Hee. Happy Halloween from Australia. Today I'm going to recap the latest episode of Duel Season 3, Episode 2, Horror Week 2, the sequel. There's a lot to say, so without further ado, let's get into it. Welcome to Horror Week, where freaks like me come alive. The warriors check in with one another after Minerva's elimination. Neon says last week was a shit show. She still stands by the fact that she didn't break the rules, and I don't know about you guys, but every time she doubles down, I stan her more. So for this week's main round, the Warriors have to create 90-second scary movie trailers. But before they can prepare, Hennessy gets her power-up for winning last week's main round. She gets the screenwriter power-up, giving her the ability to assign 3 different warriors of her choosing 3 different subgenres of horror for their trailers. The subgenres are camp horror, psychological horror, and monster horror. And if it were me, I would want psychological. She contacts her fellow warriors to gauge what they want. Some are keen, and others, like Neon, who isn't a horror fan, really doesn't want it. Hennessy ends up giving the monster genre to Alex Electra, camp to Robert Band, and psychological to Heavy Cream. It was really cool getting to hear what horror meant to the different contestants. Thank you, Drag Jewel, for giving horror its flowers. You guys know that horror is my entire life. So it's time for the spooky movie trailers. The 3 that stood out to me were Heavy Cream. This was so funny, it made me laugh out loud. I love the nods to The Sixth Sense, the dad sense. Jennifer's was really good. It felt like a real horror movie. It had some great filming angles. For someone who was pressed for time due to her big move, she ate that up. And last but not least, Alex Electra's boob burster. Are you kidding me? I loved it. It was giving gore, it was giving body horror, it was giving monster. I do want to give a special shout out to Neon. Her trailer had the best production. It was incredible. Category is Urban Legends, and first off, I just have to say that Aquaflora and I have the same phobia of butterflies. Thank you for validating me. I ended up giving my top 2 to Robert Band. I love this cactus creature. This is very me. It clearly took a lot of work and it was very cool. So the results are in. Gwen, Heavy Cream, Robert, Hennessy, Jennifer, and Aquaflora are made safe, meaning the rest are the tops and bottoms of the week. On the judges panel this week, we have Derek, Woodsy, Dom as Donnie Darko, Hydra as a vampire or a bride of Frankenstein or a hybrid of both, I'm not sure. And extra special guest judges Vivian Wilson and my bestie Dontasia Jabadi looking gorgeous as a moth woman, not a mothman, moth woman. Starting off with Neon Noir, she is in the top for her production and camera work. The editing, special effects, and lighting were spot on. Woodsy said it's her favourite trailer. And Derek says he was impressed by the story. Hydra says she liked the runway despite the hairline on the wig. Dontasia said it was cute and it was green. Smokey is in the top for her political horror trailer. It gave modern-day horror with an important message. The concept was great, but Derek wanted more show than tell. Hydra says this runway is perfect. Shafrania is in the bottom for a confusing storyline. She has great ideas, just struggles to execute them. Hydra, though, really enjoyed the ambiguity of it. And the look wasn't giving car as much as car crash, according to Vivian. I thought it was cute. Alex is in the top for her strong concept and execution. Dontasia loved her alien titties. She says it's great to see Alex taking risks. And this runway was so high concept and detailed. Next is Zodic, and Hydra said he had the best narration out of any video. Zodic really turned it around this week. It was great. It looked professional, felt like a real movie. There is nothing more horrific than Burnout, let me tell you. I love the look as well. I almost gave this my top 2 of the week. Stella is in the bottom for not giving trailer. There were no themes or motifs. The runway, however, was sickening. It was absolutely gorgeous, head to toe. Last but not least is Glass Stain, and unfortunately her trailer did not resonate. Glass wasn't featured enough in her own trailer. And this is the runway that Vivian said is the worst look she's ever seen in the trailer for Drag Race Season 3. I was so curious who she was referring to when I watched that trailer, and I'm so sad that it was Glass. So the winner of the week is Alex Electra, and I absolutely agree. This was an amazing runway and trailer. She nailed both. I know Hennessy's power-up was supposed to be an advantage, but it didn't really hinder anybody this time around. Robert did well and was safe for his camp video. Alex ended up winning with the monster genre. And Heavy Cream was safe. It's a power-up that you just can't tell if it's going to help or hinder somebody. Alex receives a cash tip and a power-up for her advantage next week. Smokey and Neon are made safe, which means that Glass, Shafrania, and Stella are in the bottom. Stella is saved, which I think is fair because her runway was the best out of the three bottoms, which means that Glass and Shafrania have to battle it out in a drag duel to the death. They perform to Backstreet's Back by the Backstreet Boys. This is the perfect song for the millennial in me. Shafrania was so cute in this lip sync, giving boy band realness, but unfortunately Glass with her blue face and her bare ass was a little hard to take seriously. And you know that I live for you, Glass. Shafrania gets to stay, and unfortunately we say goodbye to Glass staying. I'm really sad that Glass is second out. She had so much she wanted to prove this time around, and my heart breaks for her. Please go stream Glass's music, go tip her, support her any way you can. She is a drag duel legend. And so, my friends, what did you think of this week's episode? Who had your favourite trailer and runway? Next week is a design challenge, my personal favourite. I think we can expect big things from the seamstresses in the cast, like Stella. I just love that this season continues to gag us. We had Minerva out first and Glass out second. I would never have picked that. But as always, give me all the tea, and I'll see you very soon for another video.